You've never seen this. One wing walker is going to take off, and the wing walking pilot will fly him around, will do a loop and various maneuvers with that wing walker. That wing walker will then get back in the airplane, and the other one will come of aviation. And this goes back to the 20s. So this is a aviation first. What you're about is Joe Bender, who is also a wing walking pilot. All right, now we are filming this. This is aviation history. It's never been done in the history of the world.
Hey, happy Father's Day to everybody out there!
The Breitling girls over in England, they take off up there on the top rack, and they're 4 Stearmans, and they just stay there. But we're going to do something that has never, ever, ever been done. And you are part of history right here at the Flying Circus. You can go online and research this until you get tired of researching it on Google, because you're not going to find it ever being done. What's going to happen is, again, Chuck Tippett will take off. He's the finest flight instructor you'll ever see. He checks us all out in our airplanes. I have a little French airplane designed in the 50s, designed by Claude Peel. And Chuck had never even flown in that. He checked me out, taught me how to fly it. And of course, he checks people out in a lot of different airplanes. He's a seaplane pilot as well. All right, here we go. Take off roll. Again, Joe is in the front seat. We're not going to get up on the wing for a minute yet. That's Chuck Tippett's way of taking off. You point at the trees, pull up at the last moment. That way you've got plenty of airspeed in case your engine coughs or anything like that at the end of the runway. That's why it's a nice technique. Just kind of point down there at the trees and then yank it up at the end. All right. Now, again, you'll see a lot of air shows and you'll see wing walking from a long, long way. You don't even know what they're doing. Chuck and Joe are going to, and I hate to talk all the way through your video, Alan, but I'm going to have to explain to the people. Maybe you can edit me out, I don't know. Anyway, Chuck and Joe are going to do all of the maneuvers directly in front of you. The first one is the climb out. No parachute, no safety rope. No parachute, no safety rope. He's on the wing. And there he is. That's wing walking, folks. Give him a hand. That is wing walking. And he has to also, unfortunately, the wing wants to fall to the left. You have your right hand is on the control stick, so you have to muscle that thing over to the right. You're doing that, and you're also kicking right rudder. You're doing this the whole time. And man, you better have some good muscles, and don't lose your concentration. Keeping it all low, keeping it all right in front of you. The smoke will dissipate here in a moment, and you'll see what Joe is going to do for you. Remember, this is the first wing walker. Joe is going to hang down underneath the wing and let go with his hands. There he goes. No parachute, no safety rope, dangling under the left wing at 80 miles an hour. Now the sit-up into the wind. Oof, boy, that takes some stomach muscles right there. Now stepping very carefully on the intersection of the leading edge and the ribs, because it's a fabric-covered wing. He'll make his way back to the center of the wing. And this we call the flying javelin. If you look at the other Stearmans while you have a chance, the biplanes, you'll see an X. The wires make an X between the wings, holding all of the wings together very strong. There's a broomstick type of a thing that holds them together right there. That's a javelin. Joe is going to lie on top of that and fly like Superman. So here he is, Christopher Reeves, coming down Lying on top of it, the javelin flight, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is holding him on. Nothing. No safety rope, no parachute. Between the wings, on the javelin. Climbing for airspeed on a hot, climbing for altitude on a hot day. Mine isn't working on a hot day, is it? I'm doing the best I can. All right, climbing for altitude using that 450 horsepower Pratt & Whitney and varying the pitch back into a low pitch. It works like the gears in a car. Chuck gets up enough altitude on a hot day like this so he can loop the airplane. Father's Day salute to end all Father's Day salutes. Okay, we're going to dive to 130 miles an hour. Joe is on the javelin. And we're going to loop the airplane. You ready? And he did it. I would go with that. That's safer. All right, Joe is going to get back into the cockpit. Now, this is the first time we've done it, so I'm pretty much following it through as you, even though we've talked it through, there could be changes. So Joe is now in the front seat, and he can fly the airplane. But he's climbing up to the top. Again, we're on the top. Okay, Johnny King has brought out the wing walking posters. Chuck Tippett doing the flying. World's greatest flight instructor right there. Most aware guy I've ever seen in the air. Here we go. Joe Bender on the top wing, hanging by his feet. And he did it. A nice tight loop. Now we'll get a handshaking pass, Alan. And since you've got a telephoto lens, and my friend over here does too, you might be able to, it's hard for us to see the handshaking pass, but if you get a close-up, it would make a super shot in a magazine somewhere. Come down. And you got the handshake pass. All right. Now Joe is going to get into the front seat and he will fly the airplane. Chuck Tippett will climb out of the back seat and he will walk the wing. Aviation history right here. Two wing-walking pilots who are themselves wing walkers exchanging places in an airplane and performing the same routine, one after the other. Except this will be a little different. Chuck is going to climb to the top wing. Now Joe is going to have to hit that same 130 miles an hour. All right, this will be the climb-up pass. Chuck will climb out, Alan, Heath, to the top wing. Out of the back seat to the front seat. Nobody has ever done that I've ever seen in my life. From the back seat over to climb up to the top wing. Wow. Actually climbed out of the back seat onto the wing. So there we are on the left wing. Climbing out of the back seat of a Stearman. All right, here we come with a javelin pass. And now Chuck Tippett. Well, he's out on the end of the wing first, for an end of the wave pass. Now we're gonna, and the man who was flying the airplane is now walking the wings. Climbing for altitude so that we can do a barrel roll. The human javelin. Now Chuck is doing the javelin. And there he goes. Chuck Tippett is a lineman for the Rappahannock Electric Company. For any of you within about 5 counties, I can guarantee he's put your power back on before. During that awful hurricane without a rain that we had, which knocked out about 380 poles and trees, Chuck was out there working endless hours along with many crews from around the East Coast, putting everybody's power back on. And he's out on the miserable nights restoring your power. He's a lineman, well loved, beloved lineman throughout the county. There's Chuck on that left wing, flying a javelin. Power's back. Chuck's climbing up to the top wing. And there he is. As you can see, each man can fly the airplane equally well. Each man walks the wing equally well. No, it's never been done. And we are all witnessing. My chin is on the ground as well as everybody else's, believe me. Now, they've practiced this, of course, many times. And I have not been here to see that, but they've told me they've been out practicing this. So this is not a first time they've done it, but it's the first time in front of the people. And since Alan Heath is going to put it on the internet, it will be seen by millions. And Alan Heath will be a famous video reporter and make $1 million. He's smiling. Climbing for altitude, again, you vary the pitch back to a low pitch. It's like the first gear in a car, 450 horsepower, full throttle, and you get up to altitude. Now, Alan, you'll be able to get it, but it's hard to see, but you're about to see the only guy in the world that can do this, the tiptoe. I'll be quiet. Alan, you can get a nice video. Ready? Here we go. Barrel roll with the Tippett tiptoe. And hopefully Alan got a close-up of that. Because it's hard to see down here, but you'll see it on the replay. This is amazing. It's absolutely an amazing amazing aviation event, ladies and gentlemen, and we've seen them over the years, but man, this is a good one. All right, now looks like we'll have the handshake pass. Is that correct, or just a pass? Let me see. No, this is just a tiptoe explanation. There it is right there. You can see the foot is out, the arms are extended. And that's what it would look like. And that's what it did look like. All right. Motorcycle Day coming up July 29th. I want everybody to bring the bikes out here. I want to get 500 motorcycles out. I'm going to give away 5 free airplane rides to the bikers. Get in for $10 a piece. Handshake pass, Alan. With Chuck climbing back into the back seat. Nobody's ever seen that before in the history of aviation. Give him a hand, folks. That right there was the most staggering thing I've ever seen in my life. Climbing down from the top wing into the back seat, not the front seat. Now once they land, Chuck will climb up on the top wing and we'll taxi up here with Chuck on the top wing so Alan can get a nice picture of that. Stick to the left, rudder to the right. Bring it on down and keep the speed up because there's 2 guys in there. You need to keep moving. I already found that out the hard way the other day. And they made a beautiful landing with that one. Joe's still flying. Chuck was just waving his arms at Alan here. Anybody wants a poster of that, come over and get one. Because it's an historic event. The history of barnstorming, the annals of barnstorming, never been done. Wing walkers exchanging places in the pilot's seat. And on the top wing. Now Chuck's going to be on that top wing. He'll kind of demonstrate the tip of tiptoe for you when he gets up in here. Like that, okay? You can see him right now. He's trying to... the field is rough. If anybody has a grader, please bring it out here. That's what's needed. Just to grade this whole thing and resod it. They did it. Give them a hand, folks. That's it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They did it. There's the tip of tiptoe. Right there. The tip of tiptoe. Victorious. Victorious. Victory. Victory. All right. Aviation history right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much for being here to witness this event today. I hope it was worth sitting out here in the heat. Come on by. We still got one of my favorite parts, the Florida League. And happy Father's Day to each and every one of you out here in the crowd, those that are father figures, and the ladies too.
Chuck and Joe, you did it. Give them a hand, folks, so you can hear right here. That's aviation history. No hyperbole. You're going to see it on the internet by Alan Heath. I'm sure it'll take a few nights of editing to get that thing where it's usable. So they just did a tremendous job here today. And hot day and new procedures, and they did an incredible job.
Huh? Thank you, young lady. How you doing? We'll get yours in a few minutes, Deacon. Okay, here's two guys. Okay.
I don't need one.
Yeah, we got to send you home.
I don't need one. That'll wash off.
You just, oh, you wish. Here you go. Yep. That's pretty cool, Alan. That was special.
I don't.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you for being here, Alan.
My pleasure, sir.
Yeah, I did remember this time. You watch. Watch here, you watch. It's pretty cool. You're going to hear a big bomb go off.
It's going to be on YouTube?
Yes. Yeah. Sweet. Here you go. Here you go, young man.
He took me up last week.
You did?
He's a good man. Good man.
Is that crazy?
Let me get a real fast.
Is that crazy?
How are you?
How you doing?
Awesome.
Real fast, so he can get a break.
Hey, girl.
But I want to
How are you?
Not too bad?
That was incredible. What are you thinking? Dad! Dad!
Just a little bit.
Hey, Joe, you come over and sign these autographs too, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we all agree that one of the beautiful
No, it's not.
by God above starts now as the pilots perform a fluid lead.
There you go.
They got a nice picture.
There you go.
They go directly over your head.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, you got a big
Hey,
man
you're
sign
up.
those autographs too, buddy. This is it, man.
There he is.
Take a history class right over your head.
We did it, Joe. We did it.
You did it,
That's
Joe.
cool.
Good man. You need to
I gotta
sign
go
some
taxi
too.
up. I'll be right back.
All right, buddy.
That was a pilot. Thank you, ma'am.
Great show. Chuck, I don't
I forgot to tell you, you taught him how to fly.
I know. Taught him how to fly, taught him how to wing walk, taught him how to fly the wing walker, and now he's flying me. That's incredible,
Take a
Alan.
picture.
You're a good teacher.
Well, my students don't have any more sense than I do. Say thank you. There you go. How you doing, young man?
Fluid lead, the Flying Circus. We're here every Sunday, May through October. You were here for the very historic.